Have you ever really, truly stopped to think about your own voice? I mean, it's something we use all day, every day, but how often do we actually consider the incredible process behind it? We take something as simple as air and we transform it into every thought, every idea, every emotion we've ever expressed. It feels like magic, right? But it's not. It's pure, fascinating science. So let's pull back the curtain and explore the hidden mechanics behind every single word you speak.
So, that's the big question, isn't it? How on earth do we turn a simple little puff of air from our lungs into a hello, a thank you, or even a really complex argument? The answer is this amazing journey that happens in a fraction of a second, and we're going to trace it step by incredible step.
The field that actually cracks this code is called phonetics. You can think of it as the official instruction manual for human speech. It doesn't just care about what we say, but precisely how we physically produce, transmit, and even hear every single sound.
Okay, so every sound you make, I mean everything from a tiny whisper to a full-on shout, it all starts in the exact same place, with a power source. And that engine, that raw material for everything we're about to build, is just air being pushed out from your lungs.
The path this air takes is kind of like a factory assembly line. So, step 1, the lungs push the air out. It then travels up your trachea, that's your windpipe, and it reaches this really crucial checkpoint, the larynx, or your voice box. From there, it goes into the vocal tract, and finally, it's released out your mouth or your nose. It sounds like a simple path, but some amazing transformations are about to happen.
So the air has reached the larynx. Now this is where the first fundamental choice is made, a choice that completely defines the character of the sound. Because inside your larynx are your vocal cords, and they face a critical decision to vibrate or not to vibrate.
Let's break that choice down. For what we call voiceless sounds, think of sounds like P, T, or S. The vocal cords are just held open. They're relaxed. The air just rushes straight through, no vibration. But for voiced sounds like B, D, or Z, the vocal cords are brought together, and the air makes them vibrate, which creates this distinct buzzing sensation. This one single difference is what turns a pat into a bat.
You know what? You don't have to take my word for it. You can actually feel this yourself. Go ahead, right now, place your fingertips gently on your throat. Now, make a long ss sound like a snake. Not much happening, right? Okay, now switch to a zzz sound like a bee. Zzz. Whoa, you should feel a buzzing start up right under your fingers. That, my friends, is voicing in action.
All right, so our air now has its power and it's got its voicing instruction, either on or off. Now it continues its journey into the main production floor, the sculpting studio of your mouth. And this is not just some empty space, it is filled with a whole set of precise tools all ready to shape that airstream into the sounds we all recognize.
And here they are, the tools. We call them the articulators. You've got your lips, your teeth, that little bumpy ridge right behind your upper teeth. Go on, feel it with your tongue. That's the alveolar ridge. Then there's the hard and soft palate making up the roof of your mouth, and of course, the star of the whole show, your tongue. You use this entire toolkit constantly, all without even thinking about it.
Now, having a great toolkit is one thing, but knowing how to use it is everything. And speech isn't random at all. It follows a very specific blueprint. Different sounds are made when we use these tools to block or shape the air at very precise locations inside our mouths.
Let's take a look at that blueprint in action. To make a P or a B sound, what do? You bring both lips together. Simple. That's a bilabial sound. For an F or a V, your lower lip touches your upper teeth. We call that labiodental. For sounds like T and D, the very tip of your tongue taps that little ridge behind your teeth, the alveolar ridge. And for a K or G sound, way in the back of your tongue rises up to meet the soft palate. It's an incredibly precise system of contact points.
So what's the secret? What's the big takeaway here? It's that every single sound you make is the result of this rapid-fire sequence of complex, perfectly coordinated movements. It's like a hidden, unconscious symphony that you conduct every single time you open your mouth to speak. So, let's just recap this amazing journey real quick. First, it all starts with the engine, air from the lungs. Then the larynx acts like a switch, deciding if the sound is going to be voiced or voiceless. And finally, that air enters the studio, your mouth, where that whole toolkit of articulators gets to work, sculpting the air at just the right spots to create all the distinct sounds of speech. So think about this. We've just mapped out the incredible biological gymnastics it takes just to produce one single sound, like a T or a G. So here's the final thought. If all of that goes into just one sound, what in the world is happening inside you right now as you listen to me speak a full sentence made of dozens of these sounds, all produced in this seamless, fluid, perfect sequence? It's nothing short of a masterpiece.